What if I told you that entire ships have vanished into the Arctic ice, without a single trace, without a single distress call, and without any explanation? This isn't a tale from science fiction. It's a real-world mystery that has baffled explorers, scientists, and historians for over a century. The strange disappearances of ships navigating the icy waters of the Arctic. The Arctic Ocean has always been one of the most inhospitable and dangerous places on Earth. With extreme cold, shifting ice, and unpredictable storms, it has long resisted human conquest. Yet, from the 19th century onward, brave explorers and trading vessels ventured north in hopes of discovering new trade routes, scientific knowledge, or just the thrill of the unknown. One of the earliest and most famous cases is the Franklin expedition. In 1845, Sir John Franklin set sail from England with two ships, HMS Erebus and HMS Terror, aiming to chart the Northwest Passage, a fabled route through the Arctic to Asia. The two ships vanished. No one heard from them again. For years, search parties combed the Arctic, finding only fragments. A letter here, a skeletal crew member there, and eerie notes scribbled in desperation. The ships were only discovered in the 21st century, more than 170 years later, preserved deep beneath the ice. Throughout the late 1800s and early 1900s, reports emerged of ships that had simply vanished after entering Arctic waters. Unlike the Franklin ships, many of these vessels were smaller, fishing boats, whaling ships, or private expeditions. Some were last seen sailing into ice-filled channels, others sent final messages, indicating good weather and calm seas. Then, nothing. One such mystery is the Baychimo, a 230-foot cargo steamer operated by the Hudson's Bay Company. In 1931, it became trapped in pack ice near Alaska. The crew abandoned the ship, believing it would sink. But the Baychimo didn't sink. It broke free of the ice and began a ghostly drift through the Arctic. For decades, Inuit hunters and explorers reported sightings of the ship drifting aimlessly. No one ever successfully boarded her for long. She was last seen in 1969, frozen in ice, and then gone. But what causes these disappearances? One theory points to the ever-changing nature of sea ice. Ships can become trapped and crushed within hours as shifting ice closes in. The pressure can destroy even metal hulls. The wreckage then sinks or becomes entombed in ice, vanishing from view for decades or, maybe even forever. In 1930, a small Canadian schooner named the MV Nanook was found adrift in the ice. The ship was completely intact, her supplies untouched, and her logbook up to date. But the crew was gone. No signs of struggle, no footprints in the snow. It was as if they had simply vanished. Similarly, in 1950, a Russian research ship reportedly encountered a frozen vessel partially buried in the ice. When they boarded it, they found bodies frozen in place, crew members seated at a table as if time had simply stopped. Some reports even suggest the ship had been missing for decades. These accounts are often dismissed as myths or exaggerations, but they persist in Arctic lore, passed down by sailors and Inuit elders alike. Could there be unknown forces at work in the polar north? Some researchers speculate about magnetic anomalies. The Arctic is home to strange electromagnetic fields that can disrupt compasses, radios, and navigation systems. It's not hard to imagine a ship becoming lost, drifting hundreds of kilometers off course and vanishing without help. Others point to methane hydrates trapped under the seafloor. When released, these gases could destabilize waters, causing ships to sink rapidly and leave little trace. And then there are those who entertain more outlandish theories. Time slips, portals, or secret military operations. These ideas are rarely backed by science, but they highlight just how baffling these disappearances are. As climate change accelerates and Arctic ice melts, previously unreachable areas are now being explored. With satellite imaging, deep-sea drones, and modern sonar, we may finally uncover the truth behind some of these lost ships. In recent years, new expeditions have located several long-missing vessels. The HMS Erebus and HMS Terror were both found remarkably intact. Their discovery opened a new chapter in Arctic archaeology, and renewed hope that other mysteries could be solved. Yet many questions remain. Where is the Baychimo? What happened to the crew of the Nanook? And how many other ships lie beneath the silent frozen surface of the Arctic? The Arctic remains one of the last true frontiers on Earth, a place where the environment still holds dominion over man, and in its icy heart lie stories that have never been told, tragedies that remain unsolved, and ships that may never be found. Perhaps one day we'll have all the answers, or perhaps the Arctic intends to keep its secrets frozen forever. Until then, the mystery of the disappearing ice ships continues to haunt the northern seas. Thanks for watching Old Topic. If you enjoyed this chilling journey into the unknown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales lost in time. We'll see you in the next one.